Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today I'm starting a bit of a... Thank you Kanye, very cool. But yeah, I am starting a new series on the channel where I just do some of the book quests that that you see in most of the worlds. So there's a bunch, especially in the first two arcs, and I'm going to try and get them all done as part of the series. So we're going to start off with Wizard City, and then we're going to go all the way to Imperia Part 2, I think was the last one that had one. So let's start off. Let's talk to Boris Tallstaff, because I know he gives Wizard City's version of it.
I work for the school paper.
Oh god, you're British.
I need an article about the nature of magic.
They changed your voice actor. What did they do to my boy?
How about it? Want to interview the different professors about magic? Start with Melinda Wu, the life professor. Alright, to Melinda. Gonna use that handy dandy go to Aegon teleporter, and we're gonna go and talk to all of the professors. There is a book quest as part of this. This is just a pre-quest to it. The Wizard City one is a bit longer, but for the time being, let's just talk to Melinda.
The nature of the life arts is the very magic of nature itself. Those who practice life magic are known as Theurgists. We call upon fairy creatures to assist in our spells. Our songs promote healing, energy, and vitality. Life magic is a joyous art indeed. Speak with Professor Drake next. He can tell you about the School of Myth.
You want to learn about conjuration? Very well, but I'll only say this once, so listen well. We conjurers study the epics of our ancestors and bring these legends to life. Through our will and strict discipline, we develop the power of the mind.
Professor Drake glares at you.
What did I even do?
I can see none of this is sinking in. Don't waste my time. Go bother Professor Falmea instead.
Practitioners of the fire arts are pyromancers. Like the dragons before us, we have mastered incantations of fire. The ancient dragons created fire magic to battle their sworn enemies, the giants and the tritons. The potency of fire magic is not for the rash. Now run along to Professor Greyrose. I have work to do.
Okay, so Cyrus and Falmea both. They just did not want to see us. But I know that my goat will want to see us. What's up?
You wish to learn the nature of ice magic, dear? Ice wizards, known as thaumaturges, use powerful chants to beseech aid from the kingdom of ice. The giants created thaumaturgy as a tool and used it to construct great castles in the sky. Good luck with the rest of your research.
Okay, don't care, didn't ask. But, hey, I mean, she was happy to see us. That's what matters.
Hello there. You wish to learn the nature of storm magic, eh? All right. Storm wizards or diviners use verses to charm and shape sentient energy. We harness and control creatures from the chaos of unchecked wind and lightning. Now, I'm sure you have more research to do elsewhere, so hop to it!
Fascinating stuff. I'll send your research notes on magic to the copywriter right away. I'm thinking we need more on history. How about a piece on the magic trees in Ravenwood? They've been here a long time. I think everyone should know their history. It is a big part of Ravenwood.
So it seems to me like the different schools of magic, they take different parts of, I guess, like Halston was talking about verses, Ice had chants, you know, it's kind of interesting.
The history of life magic. Our music is the thread that binds together the universe that is the spiral. Powerful wizards can learn to harness this power and travel to other worlds. Now, go in peace, young wizard, and enjoy life to the fullest.
When this world, the first world, was still young, the grandfather tree sang a song that created all the creatures. Fantastic creatures, or monsters, become legends. We study these legends so that we can remember them. Then, through the power of myth, we bring them to life. So you see, the study of history can lead to great power.
Oh, heavens. The history of storm magic? But it's such a sad tale. Well, if you insist.
Why did they make talking animations like facial? Dude, I mean it looks freaky on Torrents.
Tritons, the lords of the deep, created the storm arts to harness wind and rain, storm and sea. They used their magic to battle their siblings, the devious dragons and the craven giants. But sadly, it was not enough. They lost the war, and their once noble art was all but forgotten. Until recently.
The history of ice magic, huh? It's simple. When the world was very young, the giants ruled the skies.
See, Kelvin looks normal.
The grandfather tree created them, as well as the ruthless dragons and the craven tritons. The giants built castles in the clouds above and used ice magic to battle the dragons and the tritons.
Our history is a fiery one, but worth remembering. The dragons, ancient titans of the first world, were the masters of fire. The dragons ruled the land and wanted the sky and sea. But it was not to be. The dragons' siblings, barbaric giants, and the greedy tritons fought against them. To defend themselves, the dragons created the magic of pyromancy. But alas, it was not enough to save them.
Great work! I didn't know all that history before. I'm wondering if there's more history we can add to the article. Maybe about the spiral. I'm thinking Gamma the Owl, Headmaster Ambrose, and Bartleby would be good interview subjects. Bartleby's the oldest magic tree, and the Headmaster is not that young either. Plus, Headmaster Ambrose's pet, Gamma the Owl, has studied the spiral intently. Talk to those three, please.
The model of the spiral is right here. See? Every world is connected along the spiral. Even yours.
Yeah, that's a bit of a plot hole.
When we learned Wizard City might be in danger, we began looking for a student with great potential. That's how we found you, young wizard.
Yes, the spiral was born out of an ancient conflict. The three elder races could not stop fighting. The giants, rulers of the sky, stole water from the sea to build their great castles of ice. The Tritons, rulers of the sea, battered the dragons' lands with endless storms. The dragons, rulers of the earth, summoned fire to melt the castles of the giants. The war broke the first world into fragments that spun out into the cosmos. Those fragments became the worlds of the spiral.
I am one of the oldest living creatures here. In the first world, there was only my sister, the Great Raven, and me. We were made just after the Creator made the land and the sea and hung the stars in the sky.
The Creator, interesting.
I sang the dragons, tritons, and giants into existence. But my children began fighting each other, splintering the first world. In desperation, my sister and I began to fashion a spiral. With her magic and my roots, we sent the spiral out into the cosmos to hold the shattering fragments together, forming the new world. Headmaster Ambrose discovered me here and founded Wizard City to help me guard the spiral. I could tell you more, but right now my mind is getting a bit foggy. I must rest.
That's amazing! I didn't know Headmaster Ambrose founded Ravenwood. There's so much to learn. Thanks, Wizard. Wow, Wizard. This history article is really shaping up, but I think we could use some citations. There's a set of books from the library called A Complete History. Ask the librarian for them.
What was it you wanted? The Complete History series? Just a minute, I'll take a look. I'm sorry. Those books you want were checked out by a professor who no longer works for Ravenwood. He's gone now, good riddance, but the books are still missing. If they're still around, they'd be easy to spot since they're so large they require a pedestal for reading. Would you mind searching for them? Be sure to look all over Wizard City. I'm sure they'll help your article plenty.
In the beginning, there was the Dragon Titan, an immortal being capable of burning an entire world or rekindling a soul's lost spark. From the embers left in its wake, there came the race of dragons who harnessed the power of fire to rule the lands. As fire magic passed to younger races, dragons were pushed out of the fledgling worlds, seeking refuge neath the sleeping form of their ancestor. Their drake offspring formed alliances with roving human clans to rebel against their parents, ultimately establishing the empire of Dragonspire. In the first world, the children of Lady Nightstar, the grandmother Raven, battled constantly. Titans they were, embodiments of ice, fire, and storm. Their conflict shook the world, but by the time of the Spiral, only their offspring remained. Giants were the descendants of the Ice Titan, who used his power to create frost castles from frozen clouds. Like their ancestor, they battled the dragons on the ground until the wars decimated both races. The giants retreated to the world now known as Grizzleheim, where the few who still remain rule the frigid realm of Wintertusk. The ancient Tritons were creatures of the sea and heirs to the power of the Storm Titan. It is thought they used their command of lightning to create technological wonders. But, if true, their inventions were lost to uncertain tides. The Tritons isolated themselves from their dragon and giant contemporaries, but were often blamed for cataclysms on the land or in the skies. Eventually they retreated to hidden oceans, seldom ever seen again, though some suspect there is a world of Tritons waiting to be found.
I imagine that's Celestia. Interesting.
Life magic was said to have been discovered by the earliest inhabitants of the Ravenwood, guided by none other than Grandfather Tree himself. He instructed his early disciples to plant trees and tend to a grove to learn the complex interactions of all living things. As these early theurges advanced in their studies, so too did their gardens improve, eventually sprouting the sentient spell trees. Not just of life magic, but all the schools. Each tree embodied a new form of magic, a new aspect of existence. It was through their growth, study, and teaching that magical law was tested, explored, and codified. In its most rarefied form, myth is the magic of the mind, the energy of thought and imagination. But in its current application, the myth school is relatively young, relying as it does on fables and legends that needed first to be written. Conjuration was discovered by a bard named Jack Stanley Kane, who sang a troll song so well, the troll came to life and attacked the audience.
That's crazy.
The performance received mixed reviews, but the monster summoning was embraced by everyone, from tyrants to toddlers, and remains in practice today. Original practitioners of death magic were shunned by their societies, written off and punished as plague carriers and spirit thieves. And it's true that many of ill intent found a school with such spooky spells thematically amenable. The worst such group was the cult of the Corrosive Chorus, a sect from ancient Azteca who loathed the song of creation and sought to unwrite it. They traveled across nascent skyways, summoning banshees and spectral skulls to scream a discordant melody that could unmake worlds. Some believe Bartleby himself intervened to stop them, cursing the death cult with eternal life, sealed forever in a soundproof prison.
Amazing! You found a whole set of books! This article is going to be the last word on magic. We may win a prize.
Okay. How about that? But that was a cool bit of lore. I'm happy I did that. So, I mean, got to read the history of every school of magic. There wasn't one for balance, interestingly, but I'm sure that once we do the one for Krokotopia, assuming there is one, of course, I'm sure that'll get covered. So, for now, thank y'all for watching the first installment in this little series. I do plan on doing this somewhat frequently. You might see it over like the course of the next few months, and then I'm just gonna go world by world and do my thing with it. So, thank y'all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm. My Discord is down in the description if you want to chat with me some more, and I will see y'all later.